Texas A&M any good? No. Me either. Hi, Allie. How are things? All right, we're live. Nice. All right, welcome to Real Estate 101. It's that time, it's that day, it's that moment. We come at you with some real estate advice. Real Estate 101 every single Wednesday at 12:59. Disclaimer, okay, before I get started. Apparently there's some sort of national alert that's going out on everybody's phone at 1:20. So we're going to end the show. We're going to make sure we get done with the show before 1:20 because I don't want everybody's phone blown up while I'm giving the best damn presentation you ever seen. So every single time we do Real Estate 101, we give a shout-out to a special someone. Today, that shout-out just so happens to go to our very own Allie! Allie got herself a contract. So we are very, like Tommy said this morning, we're celebrating every single W that we can because it is definitely needed in times like these. Times are tough. Times are tough and money short. So we are definitely making time for celebrating all these wins. So yeah, that's right. So I appreciate everybody getting on. If you don't mind, do me a big old favor, like, comment, and share the stream. What I'm talking about today, okay, it's pretty important, okay? You could get some pretty good advice. This is coming from my experience as a salesperson. This does not just apply to real estate agents. This applies to salespeople, but, real estate agents, people that, set appointments, okay? This is 5 indicators that whenever you set an appointment, these are 5 indicators that tell you whether your appointment will show up or not. Okay, the reason I talk about this today is because myself, and little Josh had an appointment today. You remember we were all excited about it?
Yeah.
Didn't show up. Did not show up. It was a blow to the chin. It sucked. Because we were all geeked up about it. Oh, yeah, Mount Juliet, we were halfway there. Yeah, we were all geeked up about it. Yeah, let's go. We got one. Nope, didn't show up. So, these are 5 indicators that your appointment that you set will not show up. And like I said, this does not just apply to real estate. This could be... you could be selling cars, you could be selling shoes. It doesn't matter what you're selling. This just applies to it, okay? So, indicator number 1 to why your appointment will not show up, okay? Short responses. Okay, it's like girls, you know what I mean? You can tell whenever somebody's interested in you, or you can tell whenever somebody's not interested in you whenever they give you short responses. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Exactly right. Like, hey, are you good to go see this piece of land today at 10 o'clock?
Sure.
Yes. Sure.
All right, period.
Yeah. Yes. Short responses.
No, I think no.
Yeah, exactly. The one-word responses are the worst. Okay, that is an indicator that they're probably not super stoked about it. They're probably, it's probably not the best thing that they got going on that day, and that they, could potentially not show up to the appointment that you set. So a short response, like let's just say, for instance, you had somebody that wanted you to go to their baby shower, okay? Or I don't know, who knows? I mean, it could be anything. And you really just don't want to go. And they ask you, they're like, hey man, I hope you can make it. What do you say?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'm waiting.
What? Yeah, maybe.
Count me in.
You don't want to you don't want to get their hopes up for nothing. You don't want to be like, hell yeah, I'll be there. I'm all excited about it, and then not show up, because then that just kind of makes you look like a piece of shit. So, you want to. Yeah, no, for real. Josh is exactly like that. I'll be like, hey, Josh, you want to come over and watch the fights this weekend?
I might.
Maybe. Yeah. Good indicator. He's probably not going to show up. All right. So, that's indicator number 1. All right. You get these short responses from these clients that you're texting. Hey, excited to do this. You want to go do this, whatnot. And they're just kind of short with you. All right. Indicator number 2. All right. This is indicator number 2. It's pretty much a given, but, sometimes it happens. It's happened to me before. And it's whenever you schedule an appointment on a holiday. On a holiday.
What holiday?
St. Patrick's Day. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, a Labor Day, like a federal holiday where nobody's working. Most of the times, people would be like more willing. You would think they would be more willing to go look at something, or they'd be willing to meet you. But it's like that's their day off. You know what I mean? If it's not that important to them, and if it's not on the top of their list, if it's their day off, the chances are they're probably not going to meet you out there. So try to avoid setting appointments on holidays because it's probably they might not show up. Have you ever set an appointment on a holiday before? I know I have.
I have.
You?
Day.
Labor Day?
Was that what was recently, or was that Memorial? Yeah.
Labor Day, Memorial Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Labor Day.
A week, like close to Christmas, close to Thanksgiving.
Even
People
the
got
weekend
family
of,
come in.
like July 4th.
Oh yeah. If I said I'm gonna be somewhere on July 4th, I ain't going.
What's your favorite holiday?
4th of July is my favorite holiday. I love 4th of July. I love blowing shit up, and I love America. Okay? America. I love it. So, try to avoid setting appointments on holidays, federal holidays where people typically have a day off. Now, I'm not saying like Valentine's. Well, I guess maybe Valentine's Day, but like St. Patrick's Day. I think you probably are good there. So, but yeah, holidays, no go. All right? Reason number 3, confirmation. Do you confirm your appointments? What do you say when you confirm your appointments?
Is there any reason
why you may not be able to make it?
Is there any reason why you might not be able to make it? Is there any reason why you might not? Okay, now here's another indicator that they won't show up. You send that confirmation text, hey, are you going to be able to make it? Is there any reason you're not going to be able to make it? Is there anything that could happen that could prevent you from coming to this appointment today at this time? And they don't respond to it. You set the appointment, let's just say, for instance, you set the appointment yesterday at like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. They're like, yeah, I'll be there. Your appointment was for today at 10 o'clock. And you send them a confirmation text at 8 a.m. It's early in the morning. And they don't respond to you. What does that tell you? They probably aren't going to be there. Because really, what it boils down to is they don't have, and this isn't me throwing shade, but they don't have the courage to tell you that they don't want to make it. So they just ghost. Was that a ghost? I don't know.
I mean, it was pretty good.
Ghost. I don't know. Ooh, ghost. Whatever. I don't know what noise a ghost makes. But they don't say anything to you whenever you send that confirmation text. And here's another indicator. You're not sending the confirmation text or call. You're not confirming with your appointments. That's one thing I made a mistake of early on in my career is I didn't send a confirmation text. I didn't do this confirmation thing. I trusted them too much.
Can't trust nobody.
Number 1 rule. Don't trust anybody at any time ever. From yours truly. Okay? So you don't get a response to your confirmations, or you don't even send a confirmation in the first place. So hopefully that helps you out. All right. Indicator number 4. Language barrier. You got a language barrier with the person. You don't the communication is not clear with the person. Have you ever had that happen? I know for a fact you've had that happen with me. But like you're talking to somebody and maybe they speak a different language. Maybe they speak Spanish and you speak English, and you're trying to communicate with them, and they don't really understand, and you don't really understand them. You just kind of trust, like I said before, you just kind of trust them, and it just never works out the way you want it to. That's actually what happened to us this morning. We had a language barrier, and I think the communication was just unclear. So make sure your communication is clear. What is the best way, Josh, to make sure that the communication is clear?
The best way to make sure the communication is clear?
Yes.
Probably just to reiterate things. Like if you got that appointment, you give them a call.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, just make sure, we had this appointment set up at 10. Is that still something you're good with?
Yeah, that's good.
Just,
What about you?
Translate.
What'd you say?
Google Translate.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, what?
Google Translate.
What if you don't know what
Oh, okay.
language barrier is?
Text in English.
Yeah.
Text in, whatever they're, text.
Usually their phone will automatically switch it over to the
Yeah.
language.
I think text is the best way to do it. Whenever there's a language barrier, text, hey, is it okay if I just text you? I think that is the best way to, verify and confirm that your appointment will show up. Okay, so a language barrier is something that I have. Me personally, if I'm on a cold call with somebody, I don't know if y'all have seen this or not, but if I'm on a cold call with somebody and they speak, another like Spanish, for instance, and I can't understand them, I will literally pull up Google Translator and talk to them in Spanish. Even though it sucks, it's communication.
Yeah.
Okay? So the communication needs to be clear. All right? That was indicator number 4. The final indicator, the last indicator. We have 11 minutes until this alert goes off. All right? Are you scared?
A little bit.
Really?
I don't know why. They said it's going to be loud.
Yeah, apparently it's going to be really annoying, too. What if it just went off right now? Ruin the show. All right. Indicator number 5. The person, let's just say you've been talking to this person for a while. It's your first time meeting them. You know their situation. You know what they've been through. You know what they're going through. And you just know that they have a lack of motivation. Okay? You know that their motivation just is not there. It's not something that is extremely important to them. You know it's not something that it's like, when you ask them, hey, how urgent are you to do this? And they're like, I'm not really. Yeah, more just wanting, to gander or whatever. That's probably a good indicator that you might get stood up. Okay, I've had that happen a lot, where somebody was like, did not seem as interested, did not seem like they were motivated, and they weren't because they didn't show up. And so that's happened to me a lot. So, what are some ways that you could potentially, it's kind of hard because, if they're not motivated, but what are some ways that you could find that out to possibly save yourself some time?
If everything checks out with this, if this checks all your boxes.
I was about the exact, what do we call that? Fact finding, valid, or when you take it away, isolate. Golly, there it is. When you isolate it, when you're isolating what their issue is or whatever they have going on, you got to isolate it and say, hey, if this wasn't an issue, would you be able to make it? Or hey, if this was something that were to happen, would you be able to make it? Is there any reason why you wouldn't make it? So you got to be extremely clear. You got to be extremely certain too whenever you're going through these things. So lack of motivation, guys. Y'all need to remember that. That's probably the number. In my opinion, that's the number one reason why somebody wouldn't, is because they don't feel motivated. And whose fault is it that they don't feel motivated? It's your fault. I said your fault. It's my fault because I'm the salesperson. It's my job to make sure that they feel good, they feel motivated, they feel excited about whatever it is they're doing. And if they don't, hey, it's your fault. You need to build your skill on getting people excited. Okay. So we had 5 indicators. Tell me what's the first indicator there, big guy?
Am I the big guy?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Over there messing with me in the front row.
The first.
What was the first? Let's see if you were paying attention. And if you weren't,
10 push-ups.
10 push-ups, yeah.
On his head.
Or you don't get to eat lunch. Trimming some fat around here.
The first indicator.
First indicator. What was the first one I said? Does anybody remember what the first one I said was?
Confirmation was number 2, right?
That was number 3. Yeah. Caught you slipping.
Number 2 was holiday.
Yep.
Holiday.
What was number 1?
Number 1 was
Short responses.
There you go. All right. Short responses. That was number 1. Short responses. Number 2 was holiday. Like you said, number 3 was communication. Number 4, language barrier. And what was number 5? What's up, Kyle James? Thanks for getting on here, my man. Hope you're doing well. Short responses was number 1. Your set appointments on holidays was number 2. You don't get a response from your confirmation was number 3. Number 4 was a language barrier. Number 5 was lack of motivation. Okay, so those are 5 indicators, guys, that your appointment, that whatever appointment that you set up, whether it be a real estate showing, whether it be a listing appointment, whether it be you're selling trucks, selling damn dirt, I mean, it could be anything. If you set an appointment, there's selling drugs. I mean, it could be anything, okay? Those are 5 indicators, my top 5 indicators that I have learned from my experience why somebody would not show up to an appointment that you set. Okay, the reason I brought this up is I want to save you guys some time. So, you're welcome. And gas. And frustration. And depression. And everything else. So, all right. Well, hey, everybody, thank you so much for getting on here. This was Real Estate 101. If you are on here or if you're watching this later, please like, comment, and share the stream. And we will see you guys next Wednesday at 12:59. Make sure to be on the lookout for this little national emergency alert that we're getting. I hope you guys are as excited as I am about it, because it seems like that's all anybody's talking about. So we will catch you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in, Van Grafton. Shut us down.